tell you about the richest women in the world. Google that shit. Guess where they got their riches from? Divorce. That means they didn't do it on their own.
Women were actually designed to be helpmates. Want to give up. They're willing to give up the responsibility, but they're not willing to give up the authority. And that's where they have a hard time. I always say, women want the responsibility of a child, they want the authority of a man, and they want the benefits of a woman.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
What's going on, people? This is your boy Say One's History. You are watching The Male's Perspective. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be updated for all cool new content. Without further ado, let's get into it, you guys.
Remember who your partner was before you. If you have a person in your life that's an attractive man, that carries himself well, that speaks well, that's passionate and just really adamant about making things happen, and he was that guy, just remember that he has been desired by many women.
Facts.
Yeah. For many different things. So if he is choosing you to be his partner, if he is choosing you to be his helpmate, if he is choosing you to be his wife, and he's showing up, and he's doing the work, and he's improving, and he's a good husband, and he's a good boyfriend, or he's a good fiance, and he's a good leader, that desire that he used to get from the world, he only wants that desire from you.
Yes.
And if the person that he desires the intimacy from, the admiration from, the love from, the connection from, the initiation, the spontaneity from, if he desires that from you and you're the only person that's not giving it to him, the world is going to start getting loud again.
Throw me a frickin' bone here. I'm the boss.
What? The world is going to start peeking in his ear again. The people at his job. Now, mind you, is that a good thing? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's not. That's something he should refrain from doing. But the flesh gets weak.
Yep.
It gets vulnerable. When the main person that I've aligned with, the main person I said, will you marry me to, has no longer desired me the same way that she desired me before, if that goes away, then everything else becomes complicated. So just keep that in mind.
I agree. Look, ladies, when you get married or you get into a monogamous relationship, you are essentially being hired for a job, you know, and if a man is well qualified, well to do, and other women actually want him out there, even if you don't believe that other women want him out there, there is enough women out there that are going to desire him to some degree. You have a job to fulfill. It really is what it is. He has a job to fulfill from you, and you have a job to fulfill for him. And if you are slipping, you kind of have to chalk that up as a loss.
Who are you?
My name is Tinkerbell. I'll be your best friend.
But I already have a best friend, Tinkerbell.
Yes, but I'll let you put it in my...
I'm not talking about what is, you know, respectful and decent and moral. I'm speaking in regards just to cold, hard reality. And this is why a lot of men are choosing not to get married, because it essentially takes away the power from them, especially in the Western world. If women a lot of times think that a man just desires, you know, pleasure, but he's looking for a lot of other things other than that too. And ladies, I think a lot of women in the West are, I think they're going to have a reckoning. And I think it's going to be particularly worse for those women with pretty privilege, because they're not going to experience this for a very long time. It's going to come sooner for a lot of women who are below average and average. But those women who have pretty privilege, it's not going to come for them for a while. And the reason why I think it's going to be worse for them is because just humans in general, when they don't want for anything, they tend to, not plan ahead and have a nest egg saved for them. And because of that, it leaves them in the worst situation, when the wall finally does come. And unfortunately, in this day and age that we live in the West, a lot of women are living in delusion, and they think that they have a lot of these choices and options that are out there. But in reality, they're very far few and in between. All right, this is Ugly Money Nietzsche. I love his content, man. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Women can do it on their own. We don't have to shut the fuck up, bro. If that's what you like, then get what you like, and good luck. I hope you find it.
Name me one.
I like something else, and I hope I find it too. Good luck to both.
Name me one billionaire outside of Oprah that did it on her own.
I don't know. I don't keep up.
There isn't one. Hey, I'll tell you about the richest women in the world. Google that shit. Guess where they got their riches from? Divorce. That means they didn't do it on their own. Success is a team sport, no matter how you think about it. A man needs a woman. Hold on. A man needs a woman just as much as a woman needs a man. It's all women can do it by themselves. Shit is what's wrong with the fucking culture today. I can look at you and say, your strengths are my weaknesses and vice versa. And that's value to me. How is it so hard for you to see the value in me, though? I understand that you got a Benz. I got a Benz, too. I have value, too. We can see the value in women. But as soon as women start getting some money, it's like they forget who the fuck goddamn put them in position to make it. The last time I checked, most of these businesses that these women are making all this money for were ran and owned by men. OnlyFans, you know who made that? A man. Lip gloss, you know who made that? A man. Hair weave, you know who created that? A man. Mercedes-Benz, a man. So how are y'all getting so goddamn high-strung on your high horses about niggas ain't shit, you don't need a nigga, when everything of your existence was created by a man?
Facts. Look, it's easier for a man to understand this because our reality is based in logic. Women's reality is based in their emotions. And when you look at this from a male's perspective, no pun intended here, you understand this very clearly. But again, it's hard for women to relate. It's hard for women to understand this. And to even going into it more so, it goes all the way back to biblical times where women were actually designed to be helpmates. And they take that, women take that and they hear it, and it's so triggering and it's so offensive to them. But all we're saying is you were born, you were actually bred from us, you were taken from our rib, meaning that you are designed to do pretty much everything that a man can do, but you are designed to do it at a lower level.
Damn!
I'm sorry.
You were designed to do it for a shorter amount of time than us. Men were meant to take on the load of the job description, and women were supposed to be there to make up for the man's deficiencies. Or the things that the man couldn't do, or if the man needed a break, he could depend on the woman to take care of the responsibilities for 3 or 4 months. Men understand that women were not designed to do this for long periods of time. This is why we have sayings like pressure was built for shoulders, not for hips.
It's funny because it's true.
We understand that you were born and bred from us. Yes, you can do the things that we can do, but you cannot do them for the long periods of times. And if you can do them for long periods of time, mentally, you don't want to do them for long periods of time. This is exactly why you were designed to be a helpmate. But women would rather take on the full load, be stressed, be independent, working on their own, crying, not, just taking on this life that a man is supposed to do, rather than let the man not only take on the majority of the load, but with that responsibility also comes authority. And that's what women don't want to give up.
Facts.
They're willing to give up the responsibility, but they're not willing to give up the authority. And that's where they have a hard time. I always say, women want the responsibility of a child. They want the authority of a man, and they want the benefits of a woman. Take that information and do with it as you will. You know, for those generations that no longer have Big Mama or Granddad in the house, I feel sorry for them because, especially the Black community, we are sorely missing a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information, and a wealth of wisdom that we sorely need in this day and age here. And I think that's what's being displayed in this particular video. But enough being said, let's get it. Let's get active.
How about you help me find a husband?
It's the treatment. It's not the oldest, Amber. It's not the good-looking one, Amber. It's not the one got money, Amber. It's the one honest.
And not too many of them honest nowadays.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. There's some good men out there. But what it is now, it's the women. It ain't the men no more. The women going bad.
You gonna flip the script on us?
Yeah, it's the women done going.
You a woman yourself.
I'm a woman myself, but I don't do half the things I see these women do now.
They don't care no more.
Well, that's the reason the men don't respect them. That's why. Let me tell you something, Amber. You got to give a man respect to get respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to give your husband respect to get respect. Because as long as you respect him, ain't too much he gonna do wrong.
You got to give a man respect to get respect. Look, there's so many gems that she was dropping. And look, men have been howling to the heavens for years trying to tell women this. It's not the men who look the best, Amber. It's not the men who are the tallest, Amber. It's not the men who are the oldest, Amber. It's not the one who have all the money, Amber. It's the ones who are honest with you.
That nigga got a point.
The ones who are honest with you. And unfortunately, honesty comes with accountability. And it's almost like a repellent for modern women in this day and age. They can't take it. But what she is telling these women is the very thing that is repelling you. You need to run to it. Because ultimately, it's something that's good for you and not something that tastes good to you. It is the women in this day and age. Generally speaking, it is the women. And look, you can say all you want that there's not good men out there, but it's just like that old adage when we talk about the things you can see and the things you can't see. When you get a brand new car, let's just go ahead and say it's a Navigator. It's a black Navi. 2024 Navigator. And you driving that thing on the freeway. Before you got that Navigator, you never seen a Navigator on the street, on the freeway. You never seen it. But the moment you got that Navigator, that black Nav, you started seeing all the Navigators on the street, on the freeway. And it's because your eyes are open to it now. Your eyes are not open to the men that are good for you. I really appreciate you guys for watching the video all the way through. But if you can do me a little itty bitty favor and hit that subscribe button, it would really help if you hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. So thank you in advance. Appreciate it.